So I'm really glad, because today we are going to have the opportunity to talk about something we've never talked before. And that's going to be very interesting. See, in the golf swing, and that's something I tend to forget a lot, so I need to remind myself also. But there is no static motion. There is no static things. You cannot keep your hips still. What I mean by that is there is movement or counter movement. Movements that are going in the opposite direction of the flow of what you're doing. And so if you want something to be still, to not move, you actually need to do the opposite movement. And that's how it works. And so that's the reason when I'm thinking about that is because I want to remind myself, as I try to kind of keep my shoulder shut. As you can hear, I say keep, but that's not how it works. And that's why I believe I was wrong until now, is I need to actively try to rotate my shoulders that way as I'm doing my downswing. Otherwise, I will have an active upper body. Because if you keep something still, it's going to move along with the rest of the motion. So to be able to actually keep it still, I need to try to do the opposite motion. And so what I've been thinking since the last session is, okay, maybe at the top of the battery, I just need to feel that my shoulder are rotating that way throughout the downswing, and almost, which is completely impossible, but almost feel that at impact, I'm actually having my back, my shoulder, my chest pointing that way, my back pointing towards the target, and kind of having my shoulder being perpendicular to the ball, to that direction mainly. So I turn as I'm doing my downswing. And I believe that's kind of the main point we are trying to work on also. And also I realized something very important. I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but see, when I told you about this bow and pull the string and so on, it was mainly because I had the issue of having my arm at the beginning of the downswing dropping when I was starting engaging my lower body too much. But what I've just realized is maybe, and that's what we need to test, the reason my arm are dropping inside is because my shoulder are slightly too active. And so the arm are dropping. So maybe if I'm able to keep my shoulder, to rotate my shoulder on the opposite direction, which is going to kind of keep them very still, I will not have to worry about my arm getting stuck behind anymore. And so this idea of pulling the string and of the bow and so on might not be a requirement anymore. So that's just the kind of question I have in mind and I want to answer today. So let's get to it, start hitting 5 ball, because I've already hit, as usual, my irons, but I haven't yet hit my driver. So let's get to it. And let's try to first focus really on rotating the shoulder the opposite direction. And the thing that I found with my other club, my iron and my wood, is kind of it gives me a very low ball flight, which probably makes sense, but honestly, I don't know how it looks, if it looks okay or if I need to do it more. And also that kind of remind me something at some point Rory McIlroy during his career. I don't know if he do it that much now, but he was kind of doing those. That was at the moment where I had the most confidence. I remember he was just doing that, and then moving towards the ball, set up and hit. That was pretty much his whole routine, and that's kind of what I feel. Maybe what he was feeling when he was doing that is kind of his shoulder rotating on the opposite direction as he's moving down and feeling that the club is getting pulled here. And so if that's the case, that's really good, because one of the issues that I have until now is kind of I don't really have a practice swing to do before, and if I can, okay, that's kind of the thing I need to feel. That's kind of great. Okay, we're going slowly faster. But I don't really feel all that I want to feel, so I'm not really sure. But we have a lot to work on. So let's try to really exaggerate that even. I felt that my club a lot from the inside. That was I was feeling, and that my face kind of shot. Maybe that's kind of okay. Let's look at the swing and we'll see how it goes from there. What we are going to do from it. Okay. In the idea, and so if I'm able to actually do that, then I'm going to be able to build more lag. So let's try to do also that as I'm kind of trying to rotate the shoulder in the opposite direction, trying to also build the lag as I'm doing so, and see if weird thing happen. Yeah, weird thing that definitely happened. You didn't see the ball, but it went like stupidly low and stupidly left. 140 meters. I'm not even sure it went that far. So I need to work a little bit on the backswing as well, because it doesn't. Yeah, the backswing doesn't look good, and I believe that's kind of making some unattended consequences. That's funny because I start feeling the power building up, but I just for now have no clue how to use it. Okay. What does I need to fire my obliques extremely hard to the right, and as I'm doing so, I need to build the lag because if I only do this motion but without trying to build the lag as well, it's not going to be very useful. It's funny, I start feeling speed, but Because I'm not sure that I'm not very able to use it at the moment. Yeah, maybe I need to unlock my hips, be able to do that. Let's try to unlock my hips. Nope. Okay, you know what? I'm focusing on too much things at the same time. Let's just try to focus on this shoulder rotation on the way down. There is a moment where it kind of lock. I'm not able to rotate anymore, which makes sense. So I'm trying to get my back towards the target at impact, which is pretty much impossible. Okay, so let's try to do the two things: hips rotation and shoulder rotation, but in two opposite directions. Okay, let's. I don't. Okay. Because I don't really feel the right motion. So with a slower backswing, maybe I'm going to be able to feel better. I mean, 241 meters with that kind of swing, that's pretty much insane. Yeah. Let's try to feel it. Yes, the club is still moving a little forward here. To be able to build the line. Well, that's going to take probably a few months to get it right, but I believe that's kind of okay. Let's try to really go after with a little more energy here. Okay, 110. Interesting. Only 6 meters longer than my slow swing. 5 meters. Okay, I forgot something on the transition here. The hip bumps. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Yeah. There was a party at the golf. People are left or leaving right now. Lefting. No, me. Respect English, please. So it seems that this impulsion, because that's more an impulsion, it's kind of not enough to go until impact. So that's okay for the beginning to bring the arm down. But then I kind of need to almost bring the club in some way. So then the club. That impulse on the shoulder, and then I continue by pulling the club even more, and then release. Would make sense. Driver is completely awful. With those balls full of mud. Okay, there is something here. Because when I do the practice swing, what I feel is kind of my arm dropping in front of my body without having me really trying to do so. So I'm guessing that's maybe something here. So okay, that's not only the shoulder, that's maybe also the club. Yeah, I need to go from here to rotate the shoulder in and pull kind of the club in lag position. Okay. Okay, that kind of seems to build a lot more lag here. Okay, let's try again. That build, I don't know if that built more lag, but I definitely touched the ball on the very bottom of the driver here. Okay, a little more, a little more. The issue is still about there. There I start losing the lag. Okay. It also seems that I'm not rotating my hip enough. Because maybe, and maybe that's kind of the issue here. As soon as my hips stop rotating, this is difficult to keep the shoulder, to rotate the shoulder in the other direction. Yeah, and by rotating a lot more aggressively, then I come too much outside. Okay. Start figuring things to slowly, very, very slowly out here. Because to be able to create the necessary torque, two things need to happen. Which is kind of funny. Is as you are doing so, you can also create more torque by actually getting the lower body to come with it. Yeah, and I need to kind of not drop my hand behind me because it was kind of the thing I was starting here. So I believe the arrow thing, the bow thing, might still be worth it as I'm trying to rotate the shoulder here, just to keep my arm from getting too much behind me. Let's try it. So here, kind of like this. Okay, that was weird. Maybe I could have rotated more on this one. It came a lot from the inside, a lot. So more rotation wouldn't be that bad, probably. Okay, let's do it again, but with more rotation. Swing felt good. I mean, there's just overall feeling just felt effortless. Okay. Okay. We're kind of slow, but maybe that's because trying to figure it out. I don't know. Okay, that slowly start looking better, but we're not there yet. Yeah, here it's already way. I mean, the thing that I'm really looking at is my right elbow. As long as my right elbow starts going down a little, that's probably because I'm not doing the right thing. So. Ah. Felt faster, for sure. Okay. I mean, we are moving in the right direction. It's just so difficult for me. That's so against all my old patterns. Oh, maybe this is a comeback of the power move. Let's do the power move here. Doing the power move. Okay, I need to integrate the idea of doing the power move with the shoulder rotation that are going that way to build more lag. Because what I start feeling is progressively, as I start building the lag and so on, I start getting flatter and flatter at the top, which is fine. That's not what I mean. Is because with the power move, I get it across the line, and so the idea of getting flatter and flatter is okay, since the two are going to compensate, and this is going to create some good things. So at least this is what I believe. Here I focused only on the because now the transition is much more about bumping that right hip forward and keeping my both shoulder the shoulder shut. And then I forgot about the downswing. That's tough to synchronize everything at once. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe when I do the rotation and build lag, it's almost like I start feeling that I need to release at that point, but maybe not. Yeah, I just need to keep going all the way until impact. And so I need to find a way to make it work here. Still right elbow in. Okay. Okay, let's try something. Because I try to shallow the club, and shallowing the club may cause the right elbow to go in. So just try to do nothing. Just keep the shoulder shut during the entire thing, but not necessarily flattening out or even building the lag. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, but I didn't rotate the shoulder in the opposite direction here. Yeah, that doesn't feel really coherent. I just try to rotate as aggressively as I possibly can and try to still make it work with the lower upper body. There is maybe something to it. Maybe I'm too passive with my lower body. Since at the moment I'm focusing only on the upper body and having the lower body almost just reacting. What I mean by that is since I'm not moving the upper body, so if I want to get back to the ball, I need to move something towards the ball. So my lower body is kind of activating itself just because of that. but I'm not actually doing something with my lower body. So maybe that's kind of the issue. Yeah. Well, here I really tried to activate a lot more the lower body, and I kept the shoulder shut. Yeah. Maybe that's the thing that I've told you a few weeks ago. But you know, when the lower body is kind of driving everything, so I kind of need to feel a little more of that probably. Yeah, I mean that doesn't look that bad. It's just there is something. I believe the transition. That's it. That's pretty much the transition. As the transition between the downswing, and the. So what I mean by that is the transition is when I finish my backswing, I kind of bump my hips as I keeping my shoulders shut. And then as I start the backswing, I'm really trying to rotate the shoulder on the opposite direction. So that's kind of bring me here. But there is something that I don't get about after this point. Because my leg is kind of starting releasing, where yeah, that's kind of the thing I'm not fully grasping here. Hey, this idea of having the right arm moving under the left arm. Okay, I'm going to move the camera just in the same spot so we can have some footage from face on. But primarily we are going to continue. I'm not done yet. We still have a long way to go, a lot of balls to hit. I don't know. Tell me, is it? Because I got the feeling that might be boring to keep me watching all the time, because I'm doing the same video every day. Just I'm walking you through. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know what else I'm going to do anyway. This is my journey. This is what I do. At the moment, I'm not doing that much anyway. Other than that, maybe there could be. I could post what I do in the gym as well, which might be interesting. But that's also pretty much the same thing. I mean, that's the off season, so you don't really do a lot of things anyway. What's going to be interesting is when spring arrives and the golf course starts becoming usable again. Yes, and at that point we'll go back to the golf course a little. In between the pit stations, we'll see. So, yeah. I kind of want to just rotate and let my arm drop, but much more in front of me. And maybe that's fine here, but maybe I should just rotate through and try to keep my shoulder shut through as well. Yeah, maybe this is just that. And even through impact, keeping the shoulder shut towards the target. Which is maybe going to lead to more. Yeah. And let's try to really increase insane amount of lag through as well as I'm doing so. People are still leaving the golf course at this time. I believe it's almost 10 p.m. here. Yeah, there is something here. Something here moving through and still trying to rotate the shoulder that way, trying to build like that way as I'm moving through the ball. So and I start missing left. Interesting. To continue. Yeah, I need to continue that way. Wow. Definitely there is something here. Just that's so weird. It's so not what I'm used to do. But I feel weird. Rotating slightly. Let's do more of that. More. Okay, more. Okay. That's subtle. That's very subtle, but we're getting a little closer. The leg is still releasing at that point. That's so insane. Right, I tried a very subtle thing here. When I tried to rotate my shoulder on the opposite direction, I actually tried also to rotate my left shoulder down and my right shoulder up to keep them more down, because maybe I'm starting getting up. That's why I'm releasing light. But that was interesting. That's subtle, but I believe it maintains the lag just a fraction longer. Just a fraction longer. Let's do it again, but really rotate that left shoulder down and the right shoulder up. I mean, my ball flight is getting lower and lower and lower. That's insane. Yeah. It is getting better. It is getting better. That one wasn't. I'm not sure it was better. But the one before, yeah. I mean, probably what I was thinking just before going through, and I need to do that as well, not just keeping the shoulder a lot lower. Oh! Just take a look at that. No, I thought the right elbow was a little higher, but it is not, unfortunately. Let's try focus on the right shoulder only, just to see what happened. Okay, that was a solid contact, this one. Let's try just to keep that right elbow high. That's so weird. I struggle to see it from far away. From away, I need to see it in slow. But something I'm thinking, when I rotate my shoulders that way, it's just that then I need to kind of let the club drop inside. And this is probably, I do that, but then I'm pushing kind of against the shaft, that's which creates the release too early. Where if I just let the club drop inside, maybe I'm going to be able to maintain the lag longer. I don't know. Something like that. Oof. What was that? Yeah, but it's kind of better, but what? Why? So it kind of look better, but also not better. I don't understand. That doesn't. I might have to pull the Rory swing here to figure it out. That's so annoying. I don't. That's what is so difficult. Is I don't know if my arm are dropping inside and then have to go outside, and maybe Roy is doing the opposite. He's getting outside so he can get inside. So there are little subtleties here. I'm not sure I'm getting. What? The only thing that I'm thinking here is maybe I'm rotating somewhat too soon and stopping too early. But I actually need to rotate later to not rotate so much at the beginning, but more after through impact. What would it mean is when I kind of really slide out here, and once the club is there, once the hand are there, then I can rotate through. Yeah, but for me that's so weird because I'm pretty much going to kill my hips rotation since I'm not used to. I'm used to accelerate too early and then completely decelerate. So yeah, for me that's almost like on the way through I should only focus on rotation. So that's. I'm waiting to get my arm back here, and then I'll rotate through. Oh, that's going to be so difficult. Okay. Okay. There is some ideas that popping in my head, but it's like my brain is processing the thing that I'm missing some idea. I'm missing some ideas. Uh. If that's the case, that kind of makes sense. Which is the thing that I like, getting wild, building lag, and then ripping it through, which I haven't been able to do until now. So if that's it, so when I do backswing, then I bump to my left side and really rotate my shoulder back and letting my arm drop here. And then I can actually rotate through. Waiting for my arm to get low and then move up. That's a hell of a motion. But actually being able to pull it off, that's a completely different thing. That's still too quick. That's still too quickly. I'm pretty much trying to keep my hips as still as, but not as still. Really trying to rotate my hips that way as I'm shifting, keeping my shoulder down, trying to let my arm drop in front of my body here. So then, once I get really that going, then I can really rotate through. But at the moment, I'm kind of stuck. So what I'm thinking is, instead of doing more and more motion, since I already have a motion where I kind of try to keep my shoulder shut at the top, bumping to the left side here, but as I'm doing so, maybe I should just, okay, I finish the backswing, wait for the arm to start dropping, and then once I reach the parallel, that the arm back to this point, then I can start rotating as I was doing before. Thing happened so quick. It happened so quick. These are just the way I'm doing my downswing, but let's do it aggressively instead. I'm pretty much removing every power sources that I used to have, so yeah, I'm not going to swing that fast here. Yeah, there's something that doesn't click here. Oh, okay. Okay, as I'm building here, letting things drop, and then almost like that. That's something we had when we were working on the Royce Mackerel 2011. Okay, I like it better here. Because I felt is I didn't really have a lot of axis tilt when I was starting my downswing, because I was kind of trying to push that in, but what I remember is when I was trying actually to rotate my hips that way, on this direction, as I was trying to do the bump, the hip bump, it kind of had a lot more. So let's try to do that as well. So yep, that's the first good step. Now I need to build the lag on the way down. No, I'm not building the lag on the way down. This guy is flexible. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, as usual. I mean, that's not the news. Yeah, doing that gives me more axis tilt, and then when I rotate, it kind of look okay. And also, I'm dropping my body a lot more. Yeah, I just need to. Oh, maybe this is that. I need to keep my arm high, and not because if they go too soon, where if I really try to keep them high as I'm doing everything, maybe. Okay, wasn't that bad. Honestly, that's not that far from the top position of Rory. Not that far. Okay? Okay, maybe we're on to something here. Then that's completely off. But, stop position start looking like Rory. Okay. Okay. So it means, yeah. And then keeping the arm high. Okay. Okay, a little faster. But I'm not sure the swing was really great. I mean, maybe the top of the backswing, maybe the beginning of the downswing, but other than that, yeah. I think that's pretty much like usual. But we are getting somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. When I feel like when I'm not doing that enough, then my right hip is too high, and I'm kind of rotating a little over the top. So I really need to exaggerate this bump of the hip. And also that's going to give me more power. Touch the ground. But 107 while touching the ground is not that bad. Yeah, I need to focus more on the axis tilt creation rather than the right hip here. Oh, 110. Here we go. Something interesting. Yeah. My left knee is kind of dead center, but I believe what Rory was doing was something it was trying to correct, so that's not that bad of an issue. My left arm though is bent, so that's not good. Boom, boom, up completely fucked up the wrist. Okay, the lag. I need to do some research on the lag because here there is something I don't get. Something I don't get. On lag for people that are rotating a lot, because that's kind of the thing here. I'm not rotating a lot, but every time I try to rotate, I'm kind of kind of how I'm supposed to do. Let's try to just do nice backswing with a nice straight arm, and then we'll see the other part. But what I found is, at least for all that we have done so far, from now on, I believe that when I focus on it, I can have a very good backswing that looks like Rory all the way to the top, which is already a very good achievement. Fully set, nice axis tilt. The only thing I want to check though is my head moving, still moving a lot? I don't know. It's kind of the only thing that's really, because Rory's head is really still. 98. What was that? Yeah, I kind of do my back swing and then completely give up on the downswing. Huh. Weird. Okay. No, I thought there was something better than it looks, but no, absolutely not. Or maybe this is that. Is as I'm building that, once my shoulder is set here, as I'm building this axial tilt and bumping my hips, yeah, maybe I should try to just bring down. Yeah, but that's also pulling on the. No, let the club going down before rotating. That's tough. 99. Getting slower. The idea is there, but here what's funny is I started rotating too late. So let's try to rotate earlier. Yeah, as soon as I start feeling that the hand start dropping, then this is the moment where I can actually start rotating. Given the delay of the nervous system and so on, that's probably the good timing point. Except that wasn't looking that great, but we can work on it. Yeah, because when you feel something, and by the time you can act on it, there's a little delay. And so by the time I start feeling that my hands start getting lower, that the clubs start dropping and I start bringing a little lag, but just at that moment when I say, okay, start rotate, there is going to be a little delay which allows my arm to continue to drop. Where if I wait too long, then the message is getting across too late. That's kind of the idea here. Okay, there's some ideas there. Yes, there's some ideas. Not perfect, but there's some ideas. Okay, let's see the flow start looking a little more like it. just the detail are not there yet. That's kind of a good step forward. Okay, I believe I had the right timing here. Showed me to accelerate a little more. Wow! How on earth am I doing that? I don't know how I'm able to rotate that way. It's insane. Okay, weird. Interesting. Weird as well. Uh, yeah, I need to rotate my hips a little better. Yeah, that's the motion is okay, but yeah, it's kind of moving my legs better, kind of thing. My driver is dirty. It's dirty. Hmm. I'm touching the ground. Touching the ground. That's tough to change your whole technique. Especially when you don't know what to change. something I've been thinking is my head moved to the right at the top of the backswing, but maybe he's able to keep his head still because when he starts, he actually is moving his head slightly to the right so he can actually stay centered. That's kind of the thing I was thinking on that ball. But anyway, actually, let's look at it. Did you change anything? My head is well over the right here. Oh, I stay even more to the right. Okay, doesn't work. Last swing, let's try to make it great. Why do I make shitty swing at the end? Especially because this is the one that I'm going to use during the for the swing comparison. So. Okay, I believe that's a good shot to finish, to make the swing comparison, because the backswing kind of look okay. So, yeah, pretty much. Anyway, thanks you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow where I try to analyze, find inspiration online to unlock this, and also by getting a good comparison, I will be able to see the difference that are left. But yeah, we are not there yet on the downswing. There is something that doesn't click yet. Doesn't click. Anyway, thanks you, and see you tomorrow.